Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the fourth and final day of my sleep series here. So today I'm just going to give you, I'm going to try to keep it real short and sweet. I'm going to give you 8 tips on ways that you can get better sleep. So remember, I've been saying since the first day that it's not just the quantity, it's not just the number of hours that you're sleeping, but it's really about the quality. So these are some of the things that I've read about, I've done research on, and I have also begun implementing into my life because I was tired and I needed better sleep. So, number one, we all know we need to limit our caffeine intake. Okay, this one I'm still working on, I gotta be honest. But to limit our caffeine intake, especially really close to our bedtime, is super important. So that's your coffee, your teas, unless they're herbal teas and caffeine free, soda. And if you're very caffeine sensitive, then be careful of chocolate also, which has some caffeine in it. So you want to limit that close to bed. You want to set yourself up with a kitchen curfew. Give yourself a time that you will not go into the kitchen to get any food, to get any drinks, to get any alcohol. Cut yourself off. Okay, because in the prior video and blog, I did mention that eating late to our bedtime is going to keep us up for numerous reasons. Third, turn down the heat and turn on a fan if you have, but you want to cool yourself off actually as you're going to bed. A lot of people sometimes think that the warmer we get, the better we'll sleep, but actually our body naturally cools down. So we want to kind of go with what our body is doing. And the hotter we are, we get uncomfortable. You can start sweating and all those things. So it's actually best to be in a cooler temperature room to sleep. This is a good one. You want to avoid excess stress and overwhelm. Now I'm laughing because that's hilarious, because who these days doesn't have extra stress and overwhelm? It's a natural part of life. For me, that was probably one of my biggest things. So what I started to do, someone suggested to me, was to do a brain dump before bed. And what you do is you just take a piece of paper, and any thought that crosses your mind of, oh, I didn't do this today, I have to do this tomorrow, I have to do this week, I have to do this year, anything that's in your brain, dump it onto a piece of paper. Okay, studies actually show that when we write things down, it helps to kind of get that out of our brain, calm our brain down. That has been super helpful for me, especially. Brain dump. Do it. Leave a little notebook right by your bed, and just any thought that pops into your head, write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down. One night I had, I think it was 6 pages. Yeah. So definitely helps. Another one, tough one, power down. Power down. Turn off your cell phone. Okay? Well, this actually goes into the next one also. But if you use your cell phone as your alarm, my suggestion is to set your alarm on your phone, put your phone across the room, so that, number one, the blue light that's being emitted from the phone isn't too close to you. At least it's a little further away. It will help you sleep better. And number two, by getting up and having to go across the room to turn off the phone, it'll make sure that you don't hit snooze and get back to bed. You want to power down your tablets, TVs. Everything should be off. And I don't mean sitting in bed with your tablet reading and then falling asleep and then turning it off, because even having it that close to your bedtime is going to mess with your melatonin levels, and it will mess up how you sleep. So you want to power down. Give yourself a power down curfew also, where you have some time to just kind of decompress, which actually brings me to my next suggestion, which is to give yourself a nighttime routine. When my husband and I first had our son, one of the things that I said right off the bat was we have to start a nighttime bedtime routine with him as soon as possible. As soon as we get him home from the hospital, we're starting. And that's what we did. And thank God, my son has always been a good sleeper. Still to this day, we follow the same routine and he knows it's bedtime. He rarely fights us. He goes to bed. So I started thinking, why not the same for us? Okay? We're just big kids, really, as adults. So a nighttime routine is crucial and really helps also. And actually tomorrow you can check out my website because I'm going to do a whole blog just on nighttime routine and some of the things that you can have in there. But that kind of ties in with your nighttime routine. You want to give yourself a power down curfew in which you're shutting everything off and then just going into your nighttime routine, which will bring you right to bed, sleeping soundly. And lastly, the one thing that I will say as far as consuming something is you can consume a calming beverage. And no, remember we said no alcohol, but a chamomile tea or a beverage that has hops or the stuff in beer that helps us sleep, hops, chamomile, and there are some other goodies in there that can be in your nighttime beverages. That's good because that will help calm you down as you go to sleep. My lighting just got messed up. And help you sleep better. So I hope you try even just one of these tips at a time and then add a bunch of them in, and I hope you start sleeping better. It has helped me. Please let me know. Comment below or reach out to me. Let me know if you've tried one or any of these or if you have any questions. And remember to check out tomorrow. I'm going to do a whole blog just on nighttime routine and some things you can implement there. I tried to keep it short. Never works. Good night.